we just want to draw the TV unit. Is it unit or box or whatever the name is it that it might be called? And then the problem is, like, I have an idea of what I want to draw, but I don't know how to do it, or I don't know, I mean, the best tool for doing it. So, but let's try to do it. So you come to design and wall tool. We're going to use the wall tool. Today we have used, I can say we've majorly used the wall tool. And for interior, like mostly you will use the wall tool. You can use the slab tool, you can use the shell tool, again you can use the morph tool, and what else, even the beams, you can use beams as well, and columns sometimes. Just depends what you want to draw. Yeah, so in this case let's continue with the wall tool. So I'm coming to this point and drawing a wall. The wall is just any length, and I can click on it. I want it to be very thin, which is like 15 mm is okay for me. Then I can draw. You can either drag this section to this point, or if you want, you can have another section. So let me draw a new section here. So again, you will do a lot of things in the section, so you need to know, like, how does a different tool behave in the section. So for the wall, you can increase the height and as well reduce. You can increase the height, and you can also change the length in the when you're on the elevation or section tool. Then when it comes to the slab, you can only adjust the thickness in the section tool. I mean, when you open the section or the elevation. And what else? When it comes to the shell tool, you can do more edits when it comes to the elevations and sections, as well as from the slab, from the plan view. Then the morph tool is the tool that you'll be able to do more edits. It doesn't matter where you are, you can be able to do a lot of edits on it, even from the sections or elevations. So mostly you will find the morph tool to be more perfect on your modeling things which might be a little complex, but for what you want to draw at this point, is just simple. So I click on this and open section in new tab. So this is my wall at this point, but we can just let it be. I come to the line tool. I want to draw a simple line. So this is 700 mm. Then I'm taking it this way to 2250, and I can close it now. So what I want is, before I go to that, let me look for the center line. That's the center. So I've just drawn another line at the center. Then I can suspend groups. You click on this to suspend groups. Then I'm clicking on this line and I'm going to drag it, a copy of it, Ctrl+Shift+D to 150. Then I can drag and copy again to Ctrl+Shift+D to 150. So now I can come here the center, and I want to draw. Can I draw just a line instead? Let me just draw a line, and I'm drawing a line. I want it to be 70 mm from this, so 75 millimeters from that. And I'm drawing another short line here. I want it to be, so if you want this line to be more visible, you can change the color of it, say like this. So I want this one to be 40. So you can change the color of your line to make it more visible. So I want this one to be 50 mm. Then I can draw. Now I'm just drawing a new line, so let me even use like a different color. You don't have to use different colors. For me, I always use the same color. And I want where I had the other line, which was 40, so it ends here with 75. So I can draw that line, I can click on it and make a mirror copy of the same line. So I made a copy using this as the center. Now I click on this wall. I want to shorten it, so I click on this node and this one. To stretch the length, I want it to be 20 mm. Then I can click on this node, and now we want to change this, stretching the height. So I want it to be where my line begins from, which is there. Then Control Shift plus D, I make a copy of it to 23. I'm dragging to 23. Then then I can adjust the length to there, like to the point where this node intersects with my line. So I can drag it again, a copy of it to 23, and again we take it there. So Control Shift plus D, 23, and it intersects with the line there. Then Control Shift plus D. So at this point we're just doing nonsense stuff, but once we're done and we have a look in 3D, it will be looking nice. 23. Control Shift plus D, then we do 23. So this one I wanted to change it a little so that it is at the center. So I'm going to drag from the center, which you can see it here. So I click Control D and I pick it from the center. This is the center. Then I can drop it here. Then I click these other guys and do a mirror copy. Control Shift plus M from the center. Yeah. Then you want to repeat the same thing on this upper side as well. So in the meantime, so let me do a mirror copy of these lines. Control Shift plus M, and we are doing the mirror from this end now. So yeah, so you just drag, click and drag and drop, click, drag and drop. So yeah, so like now when I was talking about making more edits, being able to do a lot of edits in the section or elevation, is like in this case with the wall tool. Say if it was if I was using a shell, I think shell, but mostly the morph tool, I could have just clicked on this and this and made a mirror copy of the same by clicking Control Shift M, and then I do a mirror copy from this point. But because I'm doing a wall, you can't be able to do a mirror copy on the upper side, because whatever is it that the tool that I'm using to draw with is the wall tool, which doesn't allow such edits within the section. So sometimes you just have to know the best tool to use and when to use it, so that it makes your work to be a little easier. But yeah, for our case, in this case, I think the wall also just works. fine, and it's pretty easy to use as well. So we just drag to the top, and you just have to repeat one thing, repeat again and again. So this is the last one. Control Shift plus D. This is the last. Now we can click this. You hold Shift to click multiple objects, then Control Shift plus M, and we do that. Now so now we go to 3D, or if you can either go to 3D or floor plan. Then you can select, then I can say group, but I've only grouped a few, not all, so I'm going to 3D to group all of them. So we did group those. I've grouped all of them, which is okay. Now we go to a section, we click and we do a mirror copy. So Control Shift plus M, you make a mirror copy from this. Then you can click this and you do Control Shift plus M, you make the same mirror copy, Mirakura. Then Control Shift plus M, then you repeat Control Shift plus M. That was all. So it's longer than our box, but it's okay. Then you can now click all of them together into group, Control G. So now we can be able to do more. We want to bring them here. So you can drag Control G, Control D to drag to this point. So I can drag them to here. Okay. Now I can click them. Let me ungroup. Control Shift plus G, and I can click this last part and press Control Shift plus D. I can do Control Shift plus E and make a copy, but rotate the copy. Make a copy and rotate the copy. Then I can do the mirror of this copy to come to this other side. Let me just Control D and drag it to this point for now. Then let me draw a line. Then I can click them and make a mirror copy again. But before I make a copy, I want to adjust this one so that we won't have textures that appear to be. Let's place this one. Let me place it here so that I can now do the copy. You can see even my line wasn't accurate. So click this, then Control Shift plus M, and we look for the center line of our line. Here it is. So actually what we're doing is just something small, but it seems to be taking a lot of time. But this is what we have to do right now. Let me show you. So I can take you inside. This guy loves to explode. Yeah, this is what we have so far. It seems to be, I think it is too long. Should have been a little shorter, but so okay. Can click, let me click now this and this, and group them together. Control G. Now I can click this and this and group together. Pamoja. Now go to the next step. So we can decide to draw a very small wall here. What was the thickness of this wall? Let's see. Let's change to 15. We can click here and we do inside. Here, and we take it here. I've made a mistake. I was supposed to bring it from to this point. So that it flashes with this end here. Then I can complete it now. Then I'm going to drag my section now. Can bring it here and rotate it, Control E. And now I can go to the section. And we have these. So we click on this, or if I show you in 3D, what we have is this. So let me just create a new texture, Control Surfaces. Then let me create 2 textures. So this one I can name it 11. That is the anthracite. Then let me create another texture for wood. I can name this one 5. Mahogany vertical. Then we have selected the wall that we've just drawn. Then Control T. I'm changing its texture to black. Anthracite paint. And also I want to adjust the height. Let me say, for now I'm just putting in a number. Let me say minus 1800 for now. So there is a way that we're going to adjust it. Just a moment. We're going to play around with it more. So we go to the section and into what one. I think my mind is so I'm dragging this one a little bit up. So I want it to be like as if it is attached to the wall, it is hanging from the wall. Then on the lower side, I think you can put some snake lights there, so that we can be able to put some neon light when you go to Twinmotion, so that the bottom part also generates, it seems as if it's glowing, generating some lights. So that's what I want, and I think I can lift it off from the ground by we can say 200 mm. Let's use 200 mm. Let's see. So but 200 mm is too big. Let me lift it off by lower it down by 50. We should have done 125. I think 125 from the ground should have looked. Let's go with that. Yeah. So now I can click on this wall again, Control T. You can, if you want, you can as well adjust the height of the wall from the section. So this one I want it to be from 150. Yeah. Of course, we will draw something else there, just something small that will be able to glow. We are going to draw something that will glow. Then I can adjust the height as well from the, so if I want to adjust this wall, if I want to adjust the wall from the section, because the wall we did draw it as a group, so it is grouped together, you have to end suspension of groups first, or you can ungroup it if you want, but I don't want to ungroup, so you just suspend groups, I mean. And now you can click on this node, this, and not that one, on this one, yeah, and you can lower it to the same height as this. So remember they were 4, so make sure you do it 4 times because they were 4. Or another option, let me just do it. That's a third, so we have to do it 4 times, 4 times, 4 times, 4 times. Why is this one still here? Yeah, so far that's what we have. We have to close the top as well, so the top we're going to close with a slab. Let me draw the slab while we are still there. So we click on the slab tool, and we want to draw, we can use this method. There. Then now we can just adjust the position of the slab from the ground. So you press Ctrl T and let's say 1500 from the ground. We'll just adjust it later on from the elevation. So again, if you want, we can create a new texture. So I'm clicking all of this, the exterior part, and remember we had a texture for wood, so it was mahogany 05. And we can create now a texture for this. I think we can do white. Can we do white? Or let's do white for now, but I think, which one will it, white, between white and wooden, which texture will look more appealing? So let me do white for now, gloss white. So I've just created a new texture for glossy white, and we want to play around with this slab part. So Ctrl T, and I'm going to the new texture that we've just created. I think we could have created more than one, so that, yeah, I think we could have created more than one. Let me make this one to look like what the new texture. This one I'm going to have it as it was glossy white 27, this one. So then for now you can change other parts later. Click OK. Then I'm going to drop it, Ctrl D to that point, and now I can adjust the thickness, but basically I want it to be, you can do it from here or you can as well do it from here, but basically I want it to be, you can do 25. So I don't know, I think I don't like this white texture, so because I feel like I don't feel it, let's try the wooden one, mahogany, or we can do black. I think let's leave it like that, yeah, for now. Then maybe the white will come at the top, so that the top is the white texture that we just created, which was glossy white 27. Yeah. Then here at the bottom, before we do that, let me group it to get together first, and Ctrl G. Let me try to move it where I can be able to see it well, like here. So we want to draw another wall. If you want, you can you remember the option that we are doing to offset the wall, but I will have to ungroup first. Will it work? I will have to ungroup first. Let's see if it works. Ctrl Shift plus G, then we click our wall, we click the wall tool, and we go to offset, and we can, it's only offsetting on one side. I want it to offset on all the ends. It's only offsetting from one side, but you can just do it as well for now. So let's offset this side to 15. It's offset by 30. Let me just drag suspend groups, Ctrl Shift plus D, drag it by 30, and Ctrl T. We want it to be 75. Then I can Ctrl Shift plus D by 30, and we hold Control cut 75. So we are also supposed to change the texture. I have two of them, that's why they were behaving like they were. So 25 by 30, and Control cut, so Control cut, Control T, 75. Then we do OK. Then we click the two of them and group together, Control G. So now we can create a new texture. Go to options, elements, surfaces. We want to create a texture that we're going to put on some neons. I mean, we will make it to light like a bulb. So 04. So I'm creating for golden oak DA04. You can just rename or name your textures whatever you want, your name or anything that you feel like you deserve. So I'm just clicking this wall because I want it to be, I want to be easier for me to, so I'm trying to, I want to group it. Let me move a little closer. Control G and Control T. So I'm changing this one to this D04 golden, but again I think it is too, it should be just something small, so I'm going to reduce it to, so it was 150, so 150 minus 75 we get 75. Say I just want it to be like maybe 50, so instead we could do 100. Yeah, and we can move it to the wall now. So before I move it to the wall, I have to select the whole thing. So the top, these guys, and suspension of groups, this. So I have to group everything together, and this one as well, Control G. Now I can be able to move it, Control D, somewhere along the wall, but you have to make sure like the space between here and here is the same as, yeah, I think you get what I'm talking about. I mean, try to make sure that it is at the center. For me, I think somewhere there. So yeah, so fuck, I forgot to select. It was this that I forgot to select, and now it has not yet moved. I forgot to group this guy, and I don't know where he was from, but since I think he has not affected any part that is visible, I'm just going to delete him for now, but I hope yours worked well. So now we can be able to place the TV here. You can either place it on the top, but we'll do that in the software, I mean in Twinmotion, but you can do it from here as well. You can place your TV on top, or you can place your TV on the wall. Actually, you don't have to place it here, we just want to have somewhere there for decoration. Like maybe let me show you. If you want to place the TV, you go to objects. So when we take it to Twinmotion, we're going to light this lower part. I could have done it on this one so that you see, but I think this video is already too long, so we're going to do it in the next one. But you can just send it to Twinmotion and put here some neon lights, then you'll see it light. Then the next one, I think we can do something on this wall. If I get an idea, there is an idea that I saw somewhere, I don't know if I'll be able to get it. It was cool for this wall, so that it also looks kind of interesting, and I wanted to use the shell or morph tool to do that one, because we have not yet used the shell or morph tool to do something. But if I fail to get it, then we can just do something else. I also talked about doing the ceiling for this part. It was the dining area, and I wanted to do a ceiling that looks like what we did here, like a ceiling that looks like this here, this part. So yeah, we'll try to do such a ceiling, so then we can see